something that I am very passionate about. Anything that relates at all to women's health, then I'm very excited to share about it. So today's class is called Savvy Minerals, Confidence Without Compromise, because as women, we like to feel empowered and we like to be able to make ourselves look beautiful and feel good, but we shouldn't have to compromise our health to be able to feel that way. So that's what this class is all about. So a little bit about myself. I have been with Young Living since 2016, and Savvy Minerals is actually the reason I got into Young Living before I even wanted to know about essential oils, which have since obviously become a really big passion of mine, if you couldn't tell already. But yeah, Savvy Minerals is initially what got me into Young Living because I had really bad skin for a long time. And a lot of it was due to hormonal acne and things like this. Because I'm a self-taught makeup artist, I pack stuff on my face all the time. And not always just makeup, but I do like crazy effects like Halloween, big crazy faces and things like that. And just pack all this nasty chemical makeup onto my face till it got so bad that like the entire bottom half of my face was just like sore, red, angriness. And like even just trying to wash it was just so painful. And I was like, well, there's got to be something else that I can do and still enjoy the fun of makeup. And so as I started to become more aware of toxin-free living, I started going to brands that claim to be nature-inspired or natural makeups or mineral makeups. I thought, surely this is the right decision. And I started using those, but to my surprise, my skin only got a lot worse. And after doing some research, I found that these brands had just as much, if not more, toxins than the brands I was using from the drugstore before. So I was like, well, what do I do? What am I doing wrong? No matter what I try, my skin just keeps getting worse and more angry, and I was so sick of it. And after much research and trial and error, I finally found Savvy Minerals. After my mum telling me about it for a really long time, I've been like, no, you're crazy. Yeah. It was my idea. But after using Savvy for a couple of months, this change I saw not only in my skin, but my health was amazing. And that's why I'm really passionate about sharing why it's such an amazing company and such an amazing makeup line that we're really lucky to have now in New Zealand. So, do we know what is in our makeup bag? This is a big question, and it is something that we really do need to think about. Because so often, just like with shopping for our groceries, we'll just grab something off the shelf and not really give much thought to what the ingredients are on the back of the packet. So, like I used to just look in and go, oh, that foundation's good, it matches my skin, I'll just grab that one. I didn't even think to look on the back. I thought, well, the company's taking care of me, right? You know, surely they've tested it, so it should be fine. But my skin was telling me otherwise. So it's really important to understand not only what's in our makeup bag, but what is in those products, and what do those weird names on the back of packages mean when it says TED or talc, or what does it actually mean? So that's what we're going to talk about today, is not only learning what's good, but knowing how to differentiate what we actually should be looking for, so that we can get toxins out of our lives and be healthy, as well as enjoy the fun of things like makeup. So, these things that we're going to be talking about are all nasty, nasty products, but you can take courage in knowing that all of these that we're talking about, you will not find in Savvy Minerals. So just bear that in mind. When we're talking about all these horrible, nasty things, you will not find these in any Young Living products or the makeup. So the first one is Savvy Minerals contains no petrochemicals. These are really commonly found in lotions, any creams, ointments, and cosmetics. Very commonly found. And as you can see, they can cause breakouts, premature aging, as ladies, none of us want it. Hormone disruption. This is a huge one in the makeup world, is hormone disruption. If you came to our last Your Passion Rally and got to hear the talk we did last time on women's health and happy hormones, you'll understand a lot about this. But when our hormones, as women especially, get disrupted, everything starts going wrong. So that's a really big one to look out for. And these petrochemicals can cause that to happen in your body. They also have negative effects on the immune system. How many immune system problems do we have nowadays? We hear of autoimmune all the time. And there's things in our makeup products that we put on a daily basis, some of us, that are contributing to that. So we need to be really careful that we're not buying products that have petrochemicals in them. The next is no talc. This one is so common. If you go to a drugstore and pick up anything that's a powder and flip it over, 99% of the time the first ingredient in there is this talc. So often in foundations, even liquid foundations as well, eyeshadows, powders and blush. And talc can cause skin irritation, organ toxicity in your lungs and your ovaries, and is also a known carcinogen, which means it's known to contribute to cancer, which is scary, especially when it's such a common ingredient in like 90% of makeup products. So keep a big lookout for that one. Also, if anyone has any questions, feel free to pop your hand up as we go through. No parabens. We hear a lot about these today. It's one of the ones that's probably most known about and people are becoming aware of because so many packages are now saying no parabens on the front, which is really cool that at least one thing's starting to be eliminated from the massive list of toxic chemicals. But it's often used in the makeup as a preservative. And the bad things that this can cause is also a known carcinogen and has been linked to skin cancer. And where are we putting it? On our skin. It's also a reproductive toxin. So if you're somebody who's wanting to have children in the future, if you're a young woman looking to start using makeup, you need to think about these kind of things because it all seems harmless when we're young, but these things will affect us as we get older as well. So it's really good to start with a clean makeup line early so that we don't get these problems. And also a developmental toxin. So if our young women are grabbing all these chemical makeups and they're still developing because they're young, we don't want them to be having things that are a developmental toxin in their makeup. No phthalates, I think that's how you say it. So on the back of your packaging, if it ever says DEP, DVP, or DEHP, that is a phthalate, basically. And these are another, can cause reproductive toxicity. So again, if you're someone who's wanting to have children in the future, this is something you really need to look out for. It has effects on development. Again, young women need clean makeup because if they're still developing and they're getting these products with this stuff in it, it's going to affect them. And that's kind of scary. Another one is an endocrine system disruptor. So thyroid disease and things like that. You need to be looking out for these newer products because if your thyroid is sick or if you're, again, wanting to have children in the future, the last thing you want is something disrupting your endocrine system further. And again, also a known carcinogen. Seems to be a common thing. So also known to contribute to cancer. Savvy also contains none of the following. So it is gluten-free. It has no nanoparticles, no metals, so no heavy metals. It is a problem a lot of women have is they don't detox their heavy metals properly. It's because we're packing them on our face every single day and it causes a lot of issues. No synthetic dyes. No synthetic fragrance and no bismuth. The fragrance is really important. We talked about this at our last rally, but on a packet, if they put perfume or fragrance, the company can put as many chemicals as they want under that label and not have to tell you about it, and just claim it as their secret recipe. So it's like to say fragrance, you go, oh yeah, sweet, just fragrance, but there could be 1,000 different chemicals under fragrance that you don't know about. So science says fragrance, be really careful and make sure that you can find a company that you can trust. With Savvy Minerals, you can look up the ingredient list and it will tell you every single ingredient that's in there. And you can Google every single ingredient that's in there and feel good about it. And it's not what comes up with all those scary warnings. It's like actually nourishing opposed to destroying to our skin. So, setting the standard. One thing that's really special to me about Young Living is the fact that they do set the standard. When it comes to health, since I had a really big health scare a couple of years ago, and since then finding companies that I can really trust is really important. As I mentioned before, I was trying different makeup brands that claimed to be nature inspired, and I thought I was doing the right thing. Because the company told me I was doing the right thing by getting nature inspired products. And I had got this one product and my skin was reacting to it. I thought, that's weird because they said it's from nature. Usually natural things I don't react like that to. And And I actually emailed this particular company. I said, hey, look, I'm really just curious. I sent them a list of ingredients. And I said, I just want to know if these are in your products. I said, because I can't find it on the website anywhere. And their response to me in the email, no joke, was, I guess you'll just have to buy it and find out. Yeah. And that's when I was like, okay, that's a bit sus. You know, like usually if a company has integrity, at least they're going to tell me if it's in there or not. And so after doing some digging and really researching this company, I found out they were more toxic than the drugstore makeup that I was using before, and that's why my skin was getting so much worse. But when I researched and dug into Savvy Minerals, I didn't find any dirt. All I found was good things, and that it was really good. And so they do set the standard with integrity as well. If you email them, the customer service is so amazing. If I was to email them and say, hey, just curious, does any of your makeup have this chemical in it? I know that they would then give me the resources to find that exact information, which is what you want in a company, something that you can trust and know that they're taking care of you, not just trying to get a quick buck out of your wallet. So always setting industry standards in the wellness industry. Young Living is now setting the new standard in clean beauty by not only banning questionable mainstream ingredients, but also taking a deeper look into what women should really be putting onto their skin to nourish it. This means that Savvy Minerals has banned even more ingredients than the 1,328 prohibited by the European Union. So that's most brands in New Zealand and America have banned 1,328 chemicals. However, Savvy Minerals has banned more than 2,500 ingredients and even some natural ingredients that other companies claim to be clean and use. So they've almost doubled the amount of toxins that they've banned from their makeup lines. So you can see that they've really gone above and beyond to make sure that our makeup is clean and doesn't have any of these horrible nasties in them, which is really, really cool. So setting the standard, they haven't just done what is the legal amount, they've gone above and beyond to make sure that it's actually good for you, which is really special. So what does Savvy actually have in it, now that we've talked about all the things that aren't in there? It actually has some beautiful ingredients in there that are really good for us. So number one, I don't know why I put it on the bottom of the list, but they are infused with Young Living essential oils, which is really special because, as we learned from a lot of our speed oiling today, I'm sure, a lot of essential oils are really good for your skin and really nourishing for your skin. And so with the oils being infused into the makeup, you're applying makeup, but you're not just getting pretty, you're actually helping yourself at the same time, which is really awesome. Number two is a aspen bark extract, which has skin softening properties and acts as a natural preservative, which means bye to those nasty parabens that we talked about. They don't need those nasty paraben preservatives because they use this instead. And again, nourishing to your skin instead of being a carcinogen, it's actually really good for you. The next is kaolin clay, which works with sucking out impurities such as grime, dirt, pollution, and germs from the skin. So, opposed to clogging your pores, hello to clean pores, because it is a natural drawer. So as you wash off your makeup at night, it's going to be pulling out the nasties instead of clogging it all up. The next is mica, which is a completely safe and gives pure pigment color to the makeup. So instead of using those chemical dyes, this is what they use instead, which is really awesome. And they also use high quality minerals and no nano ingredients, which is really cool, which is really different. A lot of makeup brands that you look up that claim to be clean still have a lot of these little nano ingredients, the little ones, that you've got to be really careful of. Right. But as beautiful as Savvy is, we always need to remember that beauty starts from the inside out, not only emotionally speaking, but also health-wise speaking. So, number one thing is stress. Stress messes with our hormones and makes them not produce as much as they should, which then comes out in our skin. So making sure that we do things to help de-stress gives us a beautiful clean palette in the morning. So using things like your Stress Away and your lemon and your copaiba and all those beautiful calming oils that we talked about in our speed oiling this morning are going to help to de-stress you, and therefore it shows on the outside. So start on the inside out. Another thing that's really important is your diet. Makes a big difference. If you eat a bunch of sugar the day before, we all know in the morning when you wake up, you feel like this. and all these little spots start appearing. So if you want to wake up with a beautiful clean palate, it's okay to have a treat, but have a healthy balanced diet as well. So things that we can add in are things like making sure you have the right vitamins. For healthy skin, we need the right vitamins in our diet as well. And things like fatty acids, so ones like our omega 3s, is a really great supplement if you are low in your fatty acids and fish oils and things like that. They also come and show on the skin. If you're going to have healthy glowing skin, you need this in your diet. I've done too much talking this morning. Excuse me. Right. And if anyone has been to any of my classes, you know that I always rave about my friend's Self-Design. I always say, if you can only afford one Young Living supplement, make it Self-Designed. This stuff is incredible. It is a dietary supplement that has powerful ingredients including MSM, which is a dietary sulfur, Nixia wolfberry powder, and Young Living copaiba essential oil. We all learned a little bit this morning about how amazing copaiba essential oil is for your health and your overall wellness. But also, this stuff is really great for supporting hair, skin and nails. And you will notice, after taking this for a good amount of time, the difference it makes to your hair, skin and nails. It's incredible. Back when I had my big health scare of having Graves' disease, I lost literally half of my hair. It just fell out because I was really sick. And I went to my hairdresser a couple of months after that had happened and I had gotten onto Self-Design. I went back and she went to cut my hair and she goes, "There is so much hair on your head." And I was like, "It's the Self-Design." So this stuff is really, really good. Highly recommend. If you can only get one Young Living supplement, put this one at the top of your wish list. It is really awesome. The next is a really cool oil. You know, I always rave about this one at my classes as well. It's called Progestins Plus. It is really great for all women, for health, hormones, and everything. Oh, if you like, that'd be awesome. So the ingredients in this formula to promote well-being, adding to your daily routine can promote feelings of relaxation, so also help you with that stress, and also bring harmony and balance. It has copaiba, frankincense, cedarwood, bergamot, peppermint, clove, and vitamin E in it. But if we take care of our women's our hormones and our overall health, again, it's going to show on the outside. So first of all, do not overlook one of the most important elements in your makeup case, and that is good quality makeup brushes. Anyone who knows me or follows me online knows that I love bargains and secondhand shopping and anything that saves me a quick buck. And so naturally, I used to be one of those people that would go to the real cheap shop and get that $15 set of makeup brushes that had everything that I needed, and then wonder why my makeup never looked quite right. Go figure. Good quality makeup brushes make a huge difference in your makeup bag. If you have the right tools, you can do such a better job. So don't overlook that. And Savvy Minerals has some beautiful brushes available. They are over on the beautiful Savvy display we have over there if you want to have a look later. So they are an option. The second most important thing in the Savvy makeup bag is the misting spray. Now all of Savvy Minerals makeup come in powders. From the foundation to the eyeliner, the eyeshadows, it's all mineral powders, which is a little bit different to most makeup lines that you'll find out there. So the misting spray is an essential. Basically, it makes all of your makeup really versatile because with the misting spray, you can turn any of the powders into a liquid. So by spraying your makeup brush with this misting spray, all of a sudden you have a liquid foundation. And then the black powder, which I'll show later, you then have a liquid eyeliner. That's how I get my flicks, is actually with a powder, Savvy Minerals makeup powder with the misting spray. So if you're going to have Savvy Minerals, this is your #1 staple, is the misting spray. And we'll talk a little bit later about how to actually use that. The beautiful thing about Savvy Minerals, it is so forgiving. Because it is such a light, beautiful makeup, you really can get away with a tone that's slightly different. I don't have any that match my skin perfectly, but I'm able to make it work because of the way that the makeup is. But we do actually have testers today, which is really awesome. So after we finish the talk, come find my mum or myself, who are both very familiar with Savvy, and come get us to come in with you over to the Savvy table, and we will help you work out which foundation you are. Which is awesome to have that here. So, how does it work? So the foundation, again, comes in a powder. If you're somebody that really just wants a very, very light coverage, some people don't like to even look like they're wearing makeup, but you just want a little spruce up, you can use this dry. So just on a little puffy brush and just dust it over it. But I highly recommend using the misting spray, which is that stuff there that we talked about before. This is what turns the foundation into more of a liquid. It helps it set on your skin better. It makes it so that the powder doesn't just sit on your little peach fuzz hairs on your skin and actually applies properly. So how do you use that is you have a brush, you spray the brush twice with a misting spray, and then swirl it in the lid once you've got some powder in there. And when you apply it, it's honestly like liquid foundation, hey? And then once you've got that liquid foundation layer on, then you do your dry one, and that's how you get a really thick coverage, really heavy look going on. The eyeshadows, they have a beautiful range of eyeshadows. There's actually a couple more available than that now, isn't there? That's the old one, hey? Yeah. So there is a huge range of eyeshadows. We have some here to try today. The beautiful thing about these, again, is that because they're all just mineral powders, you can use them for anything. They say that they're eyeshadows, but you could use them as an eyeliner. If you have brown hair, you can use the brown one for filling your eyebrows. Basically, any colour can be what you want it to be with Savvy. So you can kind of ignore the top and just see them as colours almost. But again, the eyeshadows, you can use them wet or dry. If you use them dry, then you get more of a light, subtle look. If you want something a bit more fancy, like those people on YouTube who do the real fancy cut creases with the double colours and the crazy things, then you can use the misting spray and make more of like a liquid eyeliner and eyeshadow and apply it that way. Eyeliner and brows. This is my favourite Savvy product ever, is this Jet Setter colour here. It is a jet black powder. It is what I use for everything. So this is a picture when I first got my Jet Setter, showing how versatile it was. So in this picture I used Jet Setter for my eyebrows, my eyeshadow, my eyeliner and my mascara, all with one product, which is really pretty cool. I applied it dry for my eyebrows, and again I applied it dry for my eyeshadow, and then using the misting spray I made a liquid eyeliner. I did my flicks. And then using the misting spray again to make a liquid, I used the mascara wand and swirled it in the liquid and used it as a mascara. So you don't have to have a lot of Savvy products to make it go a long way. That's basically what that is showing. But there's also a multitasker, which is a dark brown if you're not into a harsh black colour. And then, is it you who likes using the multitasker opposed to that one? Yeah. So if you have lighter hair, the multitasker may be a better way to go. But again, so versatile. Just because it says it's an eyeliner doesn't mean you can't use it for 100 other things, which is really awesome. They have contour and highlight options as well. Crowned all over and summer loved. If you are a cool, you want the crowned all over. It's a bit of a lighter bronzer colour. If you're warm, the summer loved is really lovely. But if you're a pale ghost like me, you can't get away with that dark colour, then crowned all over is really nice. Do you have a bronzer, Kendra?
I don't have a bronzer, but we have the Diamond Dust.
The Diamond Dust. So the Diamond Dust is a beautiful highlight, which we can show you over at the table later as well. Yeah, it'll be better to demo over there today before, because if I do it up here, nobody will like to be able to see what I'm doing anyways. So we'll demo that over at the table in groups later. Blush. We do have a blush here today, which you can try out. They have a beautiful one of those as well. The lip gloss is really gorgeous. I love the Savvy lip gloss. Does anybody here use Savvy lip gloss? A couple of people? Isn't that nice? It is infused with peppermint essential oil, and so when you apply it to your lips, it's got this gorgeous cooling effect and also a slight little plumping effect because of the peppermint oil, and it's just really nice. They also have an awesome range of lipsticks as well. To me, me, lip gloss and lipsticks are really important to make sure that they are clean and toxin free because we're putting them literally on our mouth. And we actually eat like 50% of our lipstick, so it's kind of important that they're toxin free. And if you're wanting a way to get started with Savvy, there are some really awesome ways out there. And the best way to get started with Savvy is with a premium starter kit. This is available to people who are just wanting to get started and are not with Young Living. But you can also purchase these if you already are a Young Living member. And it's a really great way to get a value big package of makeup. You end up saving a lot if you do it this way. And that comes with a foundation. Comes with that misting spray, so you'll be able to use them all with that as well. One of the beautiful lip glosses, 3 eyeshadows, a blush, the beautiful foundation brush, and a 5ml lavender oil as well to help with your skincare. And that is available in a warm colour and a cool colour. So no matter what you got on the quiz, there's a kit that will suit your skin tone, which is really cool. And it comes with all the corresponding colours. So if you pick cool, it'll come with different eyeshadow colours that will suit your skin tones better. So it's formulated so that it'll match you, which is awesome. And then, if you get one of these kits, you also then get the awesome opportunity to join the Essential Rewards program, which I call Committing to Wellness. So commit to wellness and bless you, your home, and your family. It's a really, really awesome reward system. You first of all get discounted shipping on everything that you buy. You then get points back on everything that you buy to get more free stuff. Then you get free loyalty gifts each 3 months. You get free promotional items sometimes. You get exclusive discounted ER kits. There's like ones for skincare and stuff like that as well as oils, which is really cool. And it also ensures that you're never missing all your favourite products in your home. So for me, each month I order my Thieves toothpaste. I get another eyeshadow, and then like an oil, and then that gets my Essential Rewards order shipped cheaper, and it makes sure that I'm never missing all the stuff that I need because I never want to have to buy chemical toothpaste again, and you'll find out that later over there at the station. So that's a really awesome opportunity to get into that as well if you get one of those awesome kits. And you can talk to one of us later about that if you're interested. So, thank you. I hope you guys learned something about why Savvy is so amazing today. And please come join me over at the Savvy table later if you want to try them out and see how the misting spray works and get a bit more of an understanding of how the makeup actually applies. Because I know that's what stopped me initially, is I thought I don't like kind of makeup. I was always into liquid foundations and liquid eyeliners, and that's what put me off of Savvy. Was it was kind of scary because it's new. But come and test it out and see how easy it is because it's really, really awesome. Okay. Thanks everybody.